Hello, and welcome to In the Frame, Exploring the DIA. My sister and I, growing up, both wanted to be artists, and in fact, my sister went on to be a professional artist. And I distinctly remember a discussion that we had, probably in our early teens, when my sister had noticed something, and she said to me, "Why are all the artists men?" As if I had the answer. I, of course, had probably never thought about it before. And in the 1970s, the great American scholar Linda Nochlin did an exhibition called "Why Are There No Women Artists?" Well, there are. And of course, over the centuries, they were minimized. They were sometimes actually written out of the history books, as we say. But today, we're going to look at the DI's collection and see some of the truly great works of art made by women artists over the centuries. As is very often the case with women artists in earlier centuries, they were part of a family of artists, such as the case with Artemisia Gentileschi, who was the daughter of Artemeisia Gentileschi. And she worked in her father's studio, but it being her father's studio didn't prevent her being assaulted and raped by a fellow assistant. That particular incident tells us a lot. We have a lot of information about the proceedings of courts and attitudes in society, but it may also, more importantly, account for her choice of subject. The painting behind me, Judith and her maidservant with the head of Holoferness, where she shows a woman who has decapitated an ancient king. There may be some very strong sense of revenge in this subject matter. The Gentileschis were influenced by an artist called Caravaggio, who pioneered a way of painting that used very strong light and shade, something we commonly refer to as chiaroscuro. And it allowed artists to show off their great skill in showing how things were illuminated and how textures and colors and all that sort of thing was changed by the amount of light hitting it. Here we see the candle that forms the main source of light in this painting, and it streams down across Judith's gown, down to the maidservant who's hastily wrapping up Holoferness' head. Holoferness was the leader of an army that was attacking the Israelites. Judith offered to spend the night with the king, which she did. The king accepted, and when he was asleep, she cut off his head. Of course, this was going to cause tremendous disarray with the Holoferness army and save the Israelites. But you get that sense of this being a secret operation because as Judith holds out her hand, which on the one hand allows the artist to show her great skill in painting flesh and light penetrating through flesh, it also gives a sense of an alert. She's alerting her maidservant that they need to be quiet for a moment because they're doing something dangerous and their getaway might be endangered.